one thing that people should know about why are you so passionate about what you do. So go ahead and write on the chat. And when you're writing on the chat, I need to tell you something. Please make sure that you select to share your comment with both. So go ahead and write on the chat. And when you're writing on the chat, sorry, I need to tell you something. Please make sure that you select to share this. You need to select, I'm sorry, because this earring is going to interrupt my microphone. I need to take it out. So when you're writing on the chat, make sure that you please select that you're sharing the information to all panelists and attendees. Hello, Jenny. Yes, 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 yes. You're on it. You're on it. How are you? How is everybody today? Are you ready? Are you excited? I am, and I am very, very ready for you. Hello, Kelly. Yes, to all panelists and attendees. Thank you. Thank you for picking that up. You're so smart and so fast, and love, love, love the energy that we are creating today in the time that we are spending together. All right. So let's dive into the content, because we have an amazing, amazing strategy session that after these, I have a very, very, very aggressive goal that you will get to finally decode how exactly can you build an audience on social media? How can you feel that you're yourself? And we are going to have a lot of fun discovering your natural personality and how can we modify that personality so we become like a wider in our spectrum and we can attract ideal clients for our business. Yeah. So at this moment, I'm going to share my screen and I need you to confirm that you are watching my screen. So please write in the chat if you can see. There's a PDF document. I don't use any more PowerPoints after plenty of webinars and plenty of headaches with PowerPoints crashing with my Mac. I gave up. So we use PDF. Can you see my screen? Yes, yes, please write on the chat if you can see, if you can listen, okay. Yeah, yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes. And keep just sharing your business. Keep just use this time also as a networking opportunity because we can have a lot of fun. And maybe here you are going to meet someone that definitely has something in common, which is that they are interested in taking ownership in their marketing. So now let's let me settle and put the educator hat and take a little bit of a level down of the excitement, because let's get serious into learning what you are going to learn today, which is how to win social media. So, okay, here. I feel that most of you know who I am, but a couple of things that why you will hopefully respect my expertise in this area, okay? So because I'm not going to take that for granted, let me just tell you. First of all, I have a formal education in marketing and business. My bachelor degree is in accounting, and I have a minor in marketing. I also have a Juris Doctor with a license as an attorney from Puerto Rico. But 10 years ago, I decided that I no longer wanted a ceiling for my career. And that decision was not because I woke up one day and things like, were in my spirit and were so easy that I decided to just let go. It wasn't like that. I wish that was the case. Recession hit tremendously our economy, and that took me from being able to put all the resources and buy anything that I wanted and travel the world to all of a sudden starting from scratch on zero, and I had to move out. And that was back in 2008 when recession hit our economy. I was doing real estate as an attorney, so you can only imagine how amazing was that combination. By curiosity, has any of you or were any of you affected by the recession back in the days? If you remember, back in the days, we heard the story that it's going to come back. It's going to be amazing. Just wait and hold on. And oh my goodness, let me tell you something. I get chills by remembering the hard moments that we had after the recession. Our property back in Connecticut, because I moved to Connecticut first, now I'm in Austin. Our property went down from 347 to 190. And we just surrender. And back in that time, I was working with a company that needed my help in the social media marketing, and I was doing direct sales for a nutritional company. I represented their Hispanic market, and that was what gave me the foundation and the many. When it comes to Facebook and social media marketing, I started back in the times when only a few professionals were there. We were afraid of having new friends. We were afraid of exposing our image. So I've been here a long time enough to now, 4 years ago, I decided to open my own firm doing mentoring, consulting for small business owners and then organizations that have a marketing team that need my services. And what I do, it's called forensic marketing. I'm not the typical marketer that will only focus on the creative part and doing websites and images or any of that. My background makes me to be different in a way that I look at the numbers and I am able to tell you what are going to be the activities that most likely will open the outlet that you need so you can have that sweet spot. So that's me. Enough about that. Maybe you found me on Instagram, and I apologize. My image on Instagram, it's such a visually different from what I am real in person, which is the other day I posted on Facebook a comment that said, I finished a session with a client that they're doing Instagram and we are doing optimization. And I totally do not agree with the platform. So maybe you found me there, and or maybe you saw one of our clients, and whatever it is that got you here, thank you. Thank you so much, because you're trusting in our wisdom to help you. Now, who are you? I put time and effort thinking about who are you? And I hope that I am not wrong, because I know that you are, and you're going to confirm this for me. You are a professional. You are an influencer. You are a purpose-driven person. You don't do anything that doesn't really fill your heart anymore. You're passionate about what you do. You're hungry for a change, and you have a growth mindset. Say amen if that's you. And I'm going to drink some water. Please, I need to see that this vision that I had for the people that will be showing up today are exactly these people. Thank you. Thank you for confirming that. I felt that this is a new slide. If you came to my training last month, it wasn't here. I created this on purpose. I really focused on who was going to be here today. And again, thank you. Thank you for showing up, because I know that we are going to create amazing things together. So what is forensic marketing in a nutshell? Just think about, for example, forensic accountant versus a typical accountant. If you're a lawyer, you'll be familiar with what I'm going to say. An accountant is able to prepare reports and numbers and statements. A forensic accountant, though, it's the one that typically in a lawsuit, they get hired because they're able to tell where are the mistakes, where have been the typical issues that are raising the controversy or the issue. And that's exactly what I do with marketing. Okay, so it's a good example. It's a good analogy that typically I do so people can understand why my lessons are going to sound different, because I bring the whole picture. And because you're a professional, you're smart, you are a learner, you need to understand social media from this perspective. So I get you to be the creative person, comfortable with your image and comfortable with the message that you have to share with the world. Now, I want to hear from you. What is your number one challenge in social media? With one sentence, what is your number one challenge in social media? Is it engagement? Is it that you don't know what to share? Is it that it takes a long time and you don't see the efforts? Have you been trying enough? What is your number one challenge in social media? Go ahead and share with our panelists and our attendees, so we can see where everybody is right now, and we can feel like, oh my gosh, I am in that boat. What is your number one challenge in social media? And typically, when I ask this question, people and business owners, they definitely tell me that they struggle with getting their audience paying attention. They struggle with feeling that they're getting the likes and they're getting the engagement, that feel like they're doing something that is going to be worth their time. And yes, typically it's that. So I am going to tell you that this formula is going to make you win the social media, whether it is that you feel better about what you're doing, you see the results coming in from what you're doing, or you are having a system that is communicating marketing and sales and you see the results. Let me tell you something. That third goal, which is the one where you connect the marketing component and the sales component, and you have that Bish life, which means that you wake up and you have leads and you have clients. That's kind of my ultimate goal with every single person that works with me. So tell me if somehow, some way you have been dreaming with creating that Bish life that you wake up and people are making lines to talk to you, or that you have a team and that team is bringing people because there's so many people that want to talk to you and you need to filter those conversations. That's you, right? So that's going to happen. And the first step is today, and I'm going to take out this other earring because the noise is driving me crazy. So it's as simple as these 4 core behaviors. 4: share, search and find, connect and invite. Share, search and find, connect and invite. Listen, this is the system that I taught for my multiple thousands of people, business owners that we built in our direct sales organization. And when I say multiple thousands, I'm talking about more than 5,000 people. We all were doing this. And that's how we built an empire. And I saw amazing, amazing money. I'm not here to throw you any numbers, but just think about there was enough money to not even look at your banking account. And I should have looked at that more often. But it's that simple, okay? Share, search and find, connect and invite. Now, let's talk about the first component, share. What do we share? And this is where I was thinking, wow, how can I make them to feel comfortable in their own skin? How can I help them to understand that what you share, it's not about the what, it's how. And your personality is going to help me getting you to be comfortable in that how you share it. So I use the GEMS personality test. And this is a test that I've been using for many years to build teams, to build results in big organizations. And it's understanding where everybody is. And when you understand where everybody is, then you understand how to talk to them, how to literally get them to see the opportunity that you bring. And this is going to help you not only to market, but also when you're talking to people, you need to know what is their core personality style that is going to make you producing words that will sound like it's music to their ears. Isn't this exciting? So I'll be talking about the 4 of them in the social media world. Are you ready? And you don't have to say, that's me. But if you find that you are, after the 4, if you find like you are dominantly in one area, it's totally fine if you say, oh my God, that's me. I found myself today. So we have 4 gems, and we have the emerald, the pearl, the ruby, and the sapphire. Emeralds, in a nutshell, are the logical ones. Pearl are the ones that will be moved by doing things for other people. Ruby people are moved because they want to win. They love challenges. And typically, we can tell by the careers that they have picked. Sapphires are, wow! They are bright. They are the unicorns. They're the ones that when they enter in a room, they don't care if they are being judged, if people look at them, they are themselves. That's a sapphire. So in social media, it's interesting. Now that you know this information, you have a problem. There's no way that you cannot unlearn. There's no way that you can unlearn this information, correct? So now you know you're going to be looking at people and you're going to be looking for what they share, okay? Which is the first component of dominating the social media world. So a sapphire, because they're not afraid of how they show up to the world, typically are very comfortable snapping pictures, putting filters, putting silly filters. Everywhere they go, they will make sure that you know. They'll make sure that you know. Now, here's the thing. There's a good thing and there's a bad thing. A bad thing is if you're not a sapphire, especially if you are, for example, an emerald, which is someone that is more into the logics and more into the what really matters, you might be uncomfortable around someone that their energy is such a high energy. So if you're a sapphire, you need to be mindful of that. And you might want to balance the content that you share. Now, sapphires, the good thing, if you're building a company and if you're hiring a team, sapphires are amazing because they talk to every single one. They talk and they share and they tag. They're not afraid to show up and bright to this world, okay? Then the second is the emerald, third is beryl, and fourth is ruby. But I'm going to go into in depth with one of them, every single one of them. So sapphire, your selfies are amazing. I can tell you use the filters. Your pet, your dog, your cat, it's amazing. And you use actually that word, amazing, magical, everything is exciting. You have a very good taste for fashion and you're snapping those pictures. And you have a very good talent and eye for what looks beautiful in a way that your creativity is on point. Your work is awesome, even if you work at McDonald's or even if you clean a home. Your work is awesome because you have that mindset that it's magnetic to people. And that's why they're attracted to you. You're not shy to produce content. You're not shy to blog. You're not shy to be on camera whatsoever. And typically a sapphire, whenever they are excited in business, they tag people and they are like loud in social. Now, good thing and bad thing. Remember, if you're a sapphire, that's going to be your nature to be super loud. And you will tell at the end, I have been trained many hours and many years into this. And I kind of blend at this point, but I didn't start like this. Okay. So when I tell you sapphire, I am sapphire a lot of the times, but I didn't start like that. When it comes to, for example, building a tribe, bringing people to an event, sapphire personality is there. Whenever you have a webinar and you want to invite people for that, showing your passion and activating that magnetic sapphire personality is important. Let's face it. Let's say that you have an event. And because you're not by nature a sapphire, you'll be uncomfortable in camera, for example. And then when you're doing that video on camera, you're like, hello, my name is Joanna. And I want to invite you today to my retreat on my event that is going to happen. You see, you need to come up with that energy. So we need to be a sapphire when it comes to inspiring people to do something that we want. Okay, good. Who laughed sapphire? Who said, that's me? Oh, Jeannie saying, that's so me. Okay, are we ready? Emeralds. Emeralds are, I would say I laugh with emeralds because my husband is an emerald. And it's interesting because the other day he said, I found a way how my friends actually like my pictures. And I'm like, oh, cool. I didn't know that you were actually interested in getting engagement on your social media. And he's like, I am sharing food. So I have a hack tip for you. When it comes to hacking that attention, there are two things that naturally people love. People love food, especially if there's a good picture of food, or they love traveling. I call that porn. So you can do food porn or travel porn, and that activates their imagination, so they hit like. An emerald will play safe with their content because they're not going to share content unless they know that that's what their audience like. They're very meticulous with what they share. They're very informative in the content that they engage with. So typically an emerald will share the news. I have some emeralds that they're not shy to express political opinion. They are an activist. They will definitely share the president's message, what's happening in the world, the Russia, blah, 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 blah. That's an emerald social media personality. Most likely, only accept friends if they know them. And most likely, you won't see them in pictures unless they are in a group and they're like, yeah, this is us doing our convention, or this is us at this booth. So their social media mostly look like they are a magazine, and they're sharing like a magazine, and they're journalists. But the words that they use are more into details, into numbers, and that's the emerald for you. Typically, an accountant is an emerald. A person that is in finance, it's typically naturally an emerald. So you have to be mindful that you want to be a magnetic person, right? So when it comes to social, maybe it's not a good place for playing the role of sharing the news, okay? So be mindful with that. Next one is the pearls. We need to be pearls in the world. And we also need pearls in our world to complement who we are. The pearl is the one that is going to take the time to comment, to share, to support their friends. They donate. They are active in their communities. Because of that, they don't have lots of communities because they are loyal. Pearls are the ones that they give recommendations and they make people feel really, really, really good. Typically, a pearl in their professional life, they are the teachers, educators, nurses, they are the philanthropists, and they are very eloquent. And typically, their words will always have an others-oriented. Okay, they are driven by purpose and they are driven by contribution as well. So yes, we want to be a pearl because that attracts people who want to feel good. Typically, a pearl personality is someone that have lots of friends, but they are more in the quiet zone. They're not the sapphires who are loud and party animals or anything like that, but they show up. They show up because they truly like to be around people. Do we have any pearls in the room? Do we have any emeralds in the room? Because the last one that I'm going to cover is the ruby. And I have a suspicion. So ruby, that is the red gem. And that personality is someone that shows character. Those people who are truly branded, that everything that they share in social media is so perfect that they need to have the most expensive lipstick, the brand recognized sunglasses, or if they're going to a hotel, they need to make sure that you understand it's a 5-star hotel. They love the luxury and they're not shy to show that. They're not shy to show all the titles that they have because they're leading from the character and the power. And they are surrounded in packs, but only in small circles. A ruby is not someone that will lead a massive amount of people organization. Not that they can't. They can. However, a ruby is more driven by challenges, and whenever they can really be the one who come and solve and stops the fire, that's a ruby personality. typically you want that. You want to be the influencer. And that's why I recommend that every single one of you can give themselves their recognition to be an author, for example. A Ruby must be the author, must be the authority. And you want to have that so people feel like you have your stuff together, okay? So Rubies are great. However, if you're a Ruby, you need to soft things a little bit. You need to have more fun in your life. You need to show people that you are approachable. That's an issue with the Ruby. A Ruby is so focused on what they want to achieve that, don't get them wrong, they donate, they help, they move empires, they can be leaders of leaders, but they can be a little bit too intimidating. So you want for social media to be more soft. Now, based on these personalities, what can you all learn? You can make more friends in 2 months by becoming interested in other people more than you can be in years by trying to get other people to be interested in you. So why do we want to understand who we are? Because until today, you have been sharing a social media character that is only you because you didn't know any better. Now I want you to be mindful that you want to create content for all kinds of people. I want you to share numbers, character, magnetic personality. I want you to share to the world that you are a master, but I want you to share to the world that you're also a giver. You see how we can blend? And you see that by doing that, by you creating an image where you share information that intrigues all different kinds of people, you then can get more engagement. Do that test. Just analyze what content have you been sharing. And if you have been more emerald, try and be more, for example, a sapphire, and see who do you attract to your profile. If you have been in the Ruby aspect, try to be sapphire for a day and see who do you attract. If you have been pearl, try to be sapphire or try to be Ruby. You see, we have to blend like a chameleon because that's the only way where we can be approachable and magnetic, and we can get people to like us, trust us, and believe in us. Now, that was about what do we share. Now, how do we share, and what is that we need to understand about the coding component, especially in 2 platforms, Facebook and LinkedIn. You need to understand that Facebook, for instance, it is an algorithm that computers created so that they filter what information is going to go over the edge. So you want to create cutting edge content, and that cutting edge content is going to activate the algorithm, okay? Now, the main difference between Facebook and LinkedIn is that cutting edge decision in Facebook, it's only by computers. LinkedIn, the cutting edge is by physical humans, okay, who actually monitor the content. And that's the main difference. That's why LinkedIn has a content base that is more towards what you want to read because you're a professional. Now, they both have their technology to filter what's coming to your news feeds. So when you're sharing information, you need to be mindful of 3 things that are going to activate you and your message to cut the edge. And that's called edge rank, okay? So when applied to Facebook, it becomes simple. The algorithm bases the results in 3 logical components, and we will teach you that today: affinity, weight, and decay, okay? And I told you in LinkedIn is different. It's humans that will be analyzing that, and typically they're biased based on the people that you have on your profile. If you're hanging out with influencers, they will give you a pass. Not fair, but that's how it works. And we gave last month a training on LinkedIn. Please, if you want to watch that webinar as well, just reach out and I can send you also that recording webinar. So affinity, weight, and decay, a little bit heavy for this time of the day, right? Maybe you need coffee. So affinity. Why do we need to have more than 4,000 friends in our Facebook personal profile? Is affinity. So by show of hands, how many friends do you have in your Facebook profile? Do you have more than 3,000? Do you have almost 5,000? Or you have less than 1,000? Wherever you are, just to know, you need to be more friendly, because Facebook needs you to be more friendly. And that's how you cut the edge with the first factor of the algorithm, affinity. Okay. Second factor is weight. How many of you have heard over and over and over that videos get more views than a typical post? Have you heard that? I'm sure that you have, because it's not new. Now you understand today why. It's because the second component of that edge rank calculator, which is weight, heavier size files, and especially when they are uploaded to your Facebook, are going to help you with the weight, and it will activate your algorithm. That's why Facebook Live 10 times better than, for example, a YouTube link to a video, or even a video that you uploaded and then nobody was being using the affinity part of the algorithm. So for example, when Facebook Places rolled out check-in, there's actually part of the business pages that you need to understand and you need to use more. So that carries on the weight component of the algorithm. So when you have check-in, people checking into your location, people checking into your event, people checking into a webinar that you're doing, typically those check-ins are going to activate the weight. Typically comments inside of your post are going to activate the weight. They make the post a heavier post, so it gets traction. And that might be the reason why sometimes, have you noticed that you posted a picture that created a lot of traction, a lot of comments, right? And then maybe you posted that on a Wednesday, and still Saturday, you're receiving notifications of that same picture. Have you noticed that? Please comment. I need to see that you have noticed that. If you have noticed that, it's because that picture had weight on it. And when you carry weight, you don't need to post a lot of content. It's content that is heavy on the weight side of the algorithm. Are you excited? I'm excited. Time decay. Unfortunately, that weight, that heavy post that gave you a lot of likes and comments, it's not going to be there forever, because Facebook also makes sure that they are not showing all things for a long time. Now, for that particular reason, especially on videos, there is a way on your Facebook fan page, the business page. If you see the video library, you can actually repost a video that carries all the comments and all the likes, and you can reignite that excitement. That's a hack. That's a hack. So you can repost, not reshare, repost a video that comes with all of those likes and comments, and that helps you with that weight and time decay, and it activates a better edge rank. The second part of this time decay, it is something that I have been very, very meticulous about this, and a lot of people, especially social media managers, don't like when I say this. Facebook will appreciate and will help you and will advance your content when you are using their platform, both computer and mobile. I don't know why, don't ask me, but whenever you use Hootsuite, Buffer, blah, 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 Fluffers, those are going to affect your edge rank. That doesn't mean that all of the posts that you share from Fluffer and Buffer and PostCron and any of that are going to affect you. You just have to balance, and you just have to be more mindful and comment and participate and mix up with videos so you can really hack that code. This is a lot of information, right? Now let's recap, because I know that we have 1 hour together, and as you can tell, I can be here all day. Key success factors. What are we going to do so we hack that code? Number 1, post real comments to get real comments. So generally, now that you know that the affinity component is important, I want you to be friendly with people. I want you to go there and post a comment to your friends. A comment is heavier in the second component of the S rank, which is the weight. A comment weighs more than just a like. So now that you know, comment, not just like. Use more videos. Share your profile and page in external places. That means that, for example, in your signature from every email that you send, I recommend that you share your Facebook link, because when people click from different places to your Facebook profile and page, both, they are going to find you from an external place, and that helps you. Share that link in a website, for example, in a blog, or everywhere you go. Add that in your business card even. Then the other key success factor is be open to expanding your network by sharing content that speaks to all kinds of personalities. This is what we learned today, correct? We are going to be mindful of what is going to be shared, okay? Now, call to action, and how are we going to turn all of this noise into sales? How are we growing our business from doing that? This is one question that will take us probably doing another session about this. Do you know how to ask? Do you know what to do after you have that people coming to you? Do you create that trust and like and visibility and believing factor that when people come to you, you attracted them, but do you know how to ask? That's very, very important. And that's going to help you to coordinate the information that you share on your social media with a real calendar in which you include that ask. Uh-oh, kids are going to come crying. 3, 2, 1. So do you know how to ask? That call to action needs to happen in between the content that you share. I will tell you one hack that helps tremendously. Whenever you see a post that people have been engaging tremendously, you will definitely see the opportunity and you can share the call to action. So that's tremendous, tremendous, tremendous for hacking that. Now, let's recap. Share, search and find, connect, and invite. Today, we just scratched the surface with the share. I would love to teach you how to share with a calendar. What tools can you use so you can cut your time? That's my daughter in the back. I would love to teach you all of the tools that we use so you can really be mindful of the time that you spend and all of these components. But now you know what to share. Now you know how to finish with your problem with not having engagement. And I want you to tell me, when you apply and implement what you learned today, what things have you going to experience? Like, what results will you get? I want you to get more friends. I want you to get more friendly. And I want you to be more mindful of the personalities, okay? So in one sentence, was this worth it? Did you like it? One thing that you love about what we learned today. One thing, I'm going to be taking notes. Klana, I took your note here, the LinkedIn for you. In one sentence, what was your biggest aha moment? And after this, I have an invitation to share with you. And there's a huge bonus, so don't leave. In one sentence, what was the thing that you're going to do today that is going to help you getting that engagement? While you're sharing that, I am going, with your permission, can I share with you a very, very juicy invitation where I can be your mentor and I can help you implementing all of these things that I'm talking about today in just 30 minutes. So imagine if you and I spend more time and you get to master this information. Can I get a yes? Can I go through that? Yes. With your permission, do I have your permission to share? How can we play closer? I'm not going to talk about that without you saying yes. Okay. Kim, okay, I will send you that H rank. Okay, sure. Perfect, perfect. All right. So during this webinar time only, I open my time and my calendar to do a couple of things with you, okay? Let me just close all of this, and I will share with you 3 ways where we can work and play closer, okay? The number one, and this is the one that has the biggest advantage, the biggest accessories and the biggest value, okay, which is the Elite Mentoring Program. I can only take a few people on this program, but this is something that I'm going to talk about, and I will share with you this link as well. This Elite program is a program for those of you who have not too much time to keep learning. You want to have that solution done for you, but you also want to learn what exactly people are going to be doing with you and for you. So at some point, you can have a marketing team. This consulting Elite Mentoring Program has us working for 3 months or 6 months, depending on what is comfortable for you. You can select. It's not going to change the price. It will change actually the time and the frequency that we will be seeing each other. Now, how does this look like? So we have one-on-one strategy sessions, either once a month or twice a month. So that's why it can go either 3 months or 6 months. So it's basically 6 strategy sessions of 1 hour. Now, the first month, we kick off with a VIP half day, you and I roll my sleeves and I do everything with you so we can get to take you from where you are to the fast track and build that blueprint so you can have your plan of action. After that, I'm also preparing for you keyword report, content marketing, evaluation, and strategy. And then I will do for you 2 lead generation funnels, which means that you have the freebie, you have that opportunity where you wake up and you get leads. This is where I want to take you. So this program is going to help you getting through the season of your business where there's not too much clarity and you don't know what you're doing, to having a very clear plan. And actually, I'm not telling you things that I don't do. That's my plan over there. Having a very clear plan of how exactly are you growing your business, with what are the metrics that you will be following. Now, how much is this? In value, all the tools that you get, and you have access to all my content, all the recordings, all the courses that I have done in the last 3 years. So how can you get over $7,500 only paying $3,000, and we offer installments, okay? How can you get that? I need to talk to you for you to apply for this program, because this is not a program that is going to be shoveling information to you and you and I meeting without you having results. So if you are that Ruby, that person that wants to take the challenges and really want to accelerate in your life, or the Emerald, that you want to see the numbers and you need to see where's the ROI, or you're the Sapphire and you're like, how can I monetize my gift, right? Or you're the Pearl and you're like, I need to start collecting more money for myself. So this is the top of the top, and the webinar value is that you're getting more than 0.5% in discount, okay? And that has us working between 3 or 6 months. That's the biggest one. Now, some of you might not be ready for that. You want to, but maybe you're not ready yet. Now, we can have group mentoring program We meet twice a month. And then I also leverage online classes where you can understand how everything works. We kick off, and that's the bonus for this particular webinar. We are going to give you one session, 1 hour, one-on-one, you and I. It's going to be most likely online. And your investment is one time a year, $597. If none of this works for you and you want to I don't know, you can go on a monthly plan, and I'm giving you a free trial for 10 days so you can explore more of what I do. Those are the 3 items that I have where you and I can work together. Elite, the annual plan, which is the mastermind circles, or if you want to go on a free trial, it's also amazing for me too. So I'm going to be sharing the 2 links where you can explore more the opportunity. Just note that in the Elite program, there's no way where you can pay for that unless you and I talk about this, because I want to make sure that this is a program that best fits your needs. Now, we still have about 10 minutes together. Any questions that you have, I'll stop sharing my screen so I can see you and you can see more of me. Any questions that you have about anything that we shared today, even some questions about how can we work together. There are testimonials on my website. You can also see them. But any questions that you have, I would love to receive them and help you to assist you anywhere that I can in the time that we have together. Beck says, this sounds fabulous. I love the funnel idea. Yes. And you need to have a funnel. If you don't, it's almost like the effort that you're putting into market your message. There's no way that you can follow up from top of your head. It's going to be very difficult. But any other questions that you have? Mr. Fun said, I'm doing all of this already. Thank you for helping see and understand this. Yes. Well, Mr. Fun, you can do more videos. I see that you share your kind of the who I am, but you also share quotes and things like that. I would love to see more on the video side, and especially now adding another component to your vertical. Videos are going to be very, very good to get you more visibility. Let me read more comments here on the top. I didn't get to see the entire presentation. The idea of the difference on the H rank between Facebook and LinkedIn. Yes, that's a big deal. And guys, remember, when you come to my lessons, it's chances are that I have done a lesson about LinkedIn or funnels or email marketing or YouTube videos. I have so much. So it's don't just think that I only teach about Facebook, for instance. Like, I have done plenty of platforms. You help with the videos. Yes. Videos are going to be part of our funnel. So we create your content plan. We create everything that you need to feel comfortable, even in camera. And if there's not something that I cannot help with, we just get a lot of resources from our clients and our experts that I trust. So you get that as well. Let me keep reading. If you and I have worked together, I would love to, if you can share anything for the new people that can help them to make a decision, that's also appreciated. We share it on the page. We share our testimonial from Sandra Foreman. Actually, I'm going to share with you her link. You can check her in, founder of The Spy Me. Sandra and I had an amazing VIP, and she had a huge aha moment when she finally understood that she had what it takes to build her business. She had been just going after buying courses, getting more online classes, getting more certifications. And then we got to a point in which she realized, I'm enough and I am going to take my business to the next level. So she got the confidence. She designed her packages, and I can't wait to see the retreat. It's going to happen in the fall. And we did a video with her, and it's great. The other testimonial that is here, it's Kelly Jones. They have a medical device and a procedure that is mixing medical with physics, and it's helping people with eliminating radiation from their house so they can sleep better. It's so technical that they were having issues explaining what was the thing that they do for people. So we kicked off our VIP session, and we found a plan to quadruple their income. And it's really nice to see the confidence, to see how people can get to do more when they feel like they have the permission, and because they are understanding what are they doing that is going to help them growing their business. Jenny says, Jessica and I work together. She has been the wind that I needed to get me going so I can finally fly. Yes, 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 yes. You rock. You're rocking. I am seeing you soaring and shining and laughing, which is magnetic, right? That's what people basically need to see you, that you are that person that anybody loves to be around, and they can help you to get to where you want to be. Mr. Fun says, I will always invite people to our events. Yes, 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 yes. We need to do more videos. So with your permission, we are done with our content. I'm done with our invitation. So it's time to go. We have a couple of events coming up. It's been an amazing journey seeing how we have been growing this month of July. You and I celebrated the birthday, and I am very, very thankful for that. So yes, the free trial is there. The $597 for the whole year is there. And the more than 50% off in the elite program is also there. But my calendar is tight. I'm celebrating anniversary. I'm going to New York. So it's time for you to book that today before I leave. So we can start working on that VIP, especially if you're inclining yourself towards that. We have a comprehensive assessment process, and I study before I go to that VIP. I'm not going there with not knowing your business. I'm going there to work on your business. So yes, have a fabulous day. Thank you so much for being here. And if you watch the recording and you have any other questions, please feel free to reach out via email as well. So thank you guys. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.